How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So right now I'm currently on my way to the awesome Whilton Mill. I'm finally getting out in a Club 100 kart. It's been a long time coming, but today is finally the day. I can't wait, I'm really excited, but at the same time I'm pretty nervous because I haven't been in a two-stroke since I crashed that D-Max at Daytona earlier this year. And for those of you that haven't seen that video, I'll put it up in the corner and also link it in the description box for you to check out a bit later on. But back to this video. So I'm booked on for a test session. You have to do a minimum of a half an hour test session with Club 100 if you haven't raced with them before or have proven race history, of which I have neither. So a test session it is. I was hoping I might be able to do the race on Sunday as well, but that is fully booked. So I figured with this test I'm just going to do the maximum time allowed, which is 1 hour, just so that I can get as much seat time as possible and hopefully get as comfortable as possible in these karts to hopefully race with them next season. Now, I don't really know how this session is going to go because it is just a test session, but I have been told it can also be pretty hectic out there and almost like a race. But because I've got the full hour, I'm going to try and keep myself out of trouble, not get battling with people. I just want to take my time, find my feet, get comfortable in the car and build up my speed as the session progresses, because as funny as it was and as fun as it was for you to watch, that crash at Daytona did quite hurt. I mean, my elbow was jarred for a week and I do not want a repeat of that again. So that'll do it for chatting. I'll leave that one here. I'll see you out on track. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Now let's go.
First things first, I'm going to have to start with an apology because the nerves and excitement got the better of me, and for the first half of this test I forgot to hit record on my GoPro, and I didn't realise until I got out to have a bit of a breather part way through. So I have no footage from the first half, which is kind of annoying because there is actually a spin in that from me where I had a bit of a moment going into the Ashby hairpin, locked up the rear wheels and just spun it around 180 and ended up in the grass. But this second half will give you an idea of how I got on. As you can see, these first few laps I'm just letting the people that come up behind me go straight by. I'm not trying to get into a fight with them because I've had 5 minutes out of the car. I've lost all the temperature in the tyres, so I'm pretty slow through the corners. So I'm just doing what I said in the intro, taking my time, building myself up. As I mentioned in the intro, this is my first time in a two-stroke kart since I had my off at Daytona in their D-Max karts, and I will admit I got inside my own head about it. There was a couple of corners, turn 2 and the final corner, that I was way too cautious on basically the whole way through this session because I really did not fancy a repeat of what happened at Tamworth. And although I was improving as the session went on, there was plenty more improvement to be made. The final corner especially, it wasn't until about the last 6 or 7 laps that I stopped braking going into that corner because of how close that tyre wall is. I was just constantly in my head getting worried that I would clip the monster curb on the inside, it'd spit me out and just fire me straight into that tyre wall. So I know there's time to be made up there. And turn 2 I was a lot more comfortable at come the end of the session, but I wasn't particularly consistent, as if you turn in just a fraction too late there are some bumps which will cause you to go wide, and me being me, getting in my own head, I was lifting just so that I didn't get kicked out into that tyre wall on the outside past the runoff area. So grab a seat because here come my racing driver excuses, and this week there are plenty of them. So like I said, this is my first time in a two-stroke since I had that crash at Daytona, so I was a little bit in my own head. It's only my 3rd time in total in a two-stroke kart, so I'm still trying to figure out how to get the most out of these things. It's only my 2nd time at this layout at Whilton Mill, and then also with it being a test and my first time with Club 100, I knew the guys were watching me to make sure I am safe and competent in these karts, so I was probably being a little bit more cautious than I would have otherwise have been. But overall I think it went pretty well. play you my final 6 laps of this test, which are my most consistent overall. There's only 0.7 seconds between the slowest one and my fastest lap, and my fastest lap being a 55.81, which put me 20th out of 22. So I wasn't the slowest, but also obviously I'm nowhere near the quickest. But if I could just shave off 0.8 of a second, get my time down to a low 55 or even a high 54, that would have put me right in the midfield around P10 and 11, which I reckon, with this only being my first time in a Club 100 kart, a couple of sessions down the road I could easily find that time and be fighting with the midfield. go then, my first Club 100 session done and dusted. I had a great time racing these karts around the track. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. There will be more of these coming because from next year I will be taking part in a few Club 100 rounds. I'm not probably going to do a full championship, but I'm aiming to do about 3 or 4 races with them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember, please give it a like, drop me a comment down below, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. But for now, take it easy and I will catch you in the next one.